is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, Kimball reports their fiscal results, Memorial is offering a community health screening, a man arrested claims that Jesus made him do it. All this is still to come on WJTS TV News. Good evening, I'm Jurnee Davis with the news. Jasper-based Kimball Electronics recently wrapped up their fiscal year with $1 billion in annual sales as the company announced its financial results for its fourth quarter and fiscal year ending June 30th. The company ended fiscal year 2018 with $1,072,061,000 in net sales. It reports a net income of $16,752,000 from that same period. The company also noted that its fourth quarter sales were up $277 million, which is up 15% from the prior year's fourth quarter. Operating income improved to 4.1% from 3.5% in the prior year, and the company also reported that strong cash flow provided by operations ended at $19.3 million for the quarter. Kimball Electronics Chairman and CEO Don Sharon says very strong growth in the company's automotive and medical end market verticals helped them achieve double-digit year-over-year growth for the fourth consecutive quarter and exceed their long-time stated goal of $1 billion in annual sales in fiscal year 2018. The company also returned $3.1 million to its shareholders in stock repurchases during the quarter. Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch on Monday announced 9 appointments to the Indiana Main Street Council. Among them was Ashley Willis of Petersburg. Willis is the executive director of the Pike County Economic Development Corporation. The Indiana Main Street Council will advise and assist the Indiana Main Street program. Those term limits will expire in June of 2021. Administered by the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs, the Main Street program is founded on a 4-point approach to downtown development, including organization, design, promotion, and economic vitality. The program will encourage economic development, redevelopment, and improvement to downtown areas in Indiana cities and towns. Students in Southwest Indiana have or will soon be heading back to school, and the Indiana State Police would like to remind everyone the importance of watching for students and for stopping for school buses while they are loading and/or unloading children. Law enforcement receive complaints almost daily from school bus drivers, parents, and concerned citizens about motorists who are not stopping for school buses when required. Distracted driving is no doubt a contributing factor, so police would also like to remind all motorists the importance of avoiding any distractions while driving, especially when you're near schools. School bus drivers will activate the bus's flashing amber lights when preparing to stop and load or unload children. When motorists observe these flashing amber or yellow lights, they should slow down and prepare to stop. Once the school bus stops and the red flashing lights are activated and the stop arm is extended, motorists are required to stop and not pass the school bus. Many motorists are confused when they are required to stop. If a school bus stops on a 2-lane road and the red flashing lights are activated and the stop arm is extended, all motorists must stop. When a school bus stops on a multi-lane roadway without a barrier and the red flashing lights are activated and the stop arm is extended, all motorists must stop. And on multi-lane roadways with a grassy and/or concrete barrier, when a school bus stops and red flashing lights are going and the stop arm is extended, only vehicles behind the bus are required to stop. Vehicles approaching from the opposite side of the median are not required to stop. Unfortunately, every year in the United States, children are injured and killed walking from and to school and while loading and unloading from a school bus. School buses remain the safest means of transportation for children, but police ask that every motorist do their part and keep an eye out for the children and to stop for school buses when required by law. A person disregarding a school bus stop arm commits a Class A infraction and could receive a maximum fine of $10,000. Locally, classes have begun Thursday for all DuBois County schools, including Greater Jasper Consolidated Schools, Southwest DuBois and Northeast DuBois and Southeast DuBois County schools. Pike County's 2018-19 school year began today. In Spencer County, North Spencer schools will welcome back students next Wednesday, August 16th. That's August 15th. And in Perry County, Tell City Troy Township schools began their school year last Thursday on August 2nd. Candleton and Perry opened their doors Tuesday. A Jasper man found sitting inside another person's vehicle was placed under arrest early Tuesday evening on a number of charges, including attempted theft of the automobile. Around 6:15 last evening, Jasper police received a call from a man telling police he located and detained a male subject sitting inside his vehicle after he was leaving work. Police say when they arrived at the scene, located on the 3100th block of Lotus Drive, the suspect, 22-year-old Jared Tyrone Williams of Jasper, told police he was directed by a higher power to borrow the victim's vehicle. During an investigation, police officers located Williams' vehicle still running, snugly parked up against the business at the location. Upon approaching the vehicle, officers say that they could smell the odor of marijuana and were able to see drug paraphernalia in plain view. While taking inventory of the vehicle before being towed, officers located the said marijuana inside the car. Williams was placed under arrest. He was taken to and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center on charges of attempted auto theft, unauthorized entry of a motor vehicle, possession of marijuana, and possession of paraphernalia. Alcoa is asking the U.S. government for an exemption from the president's 10% tariff on imported aluminum. Documents posted on the company website say that the exclusion requests are for aluminum slabs imported in from Canada. Although Alcoa, who has facilities in Warwick County, is the largest U.S. manufacturer of aluminum, officials say that they must import the slabs in order to meet Alcoa's demand for manufacturing in the U.S. Tim Reyes, president of Alcoa Aluminum, says the company filed the request to ensure their Warwick facility can meet its commitments and better compete domestically and on an export basis. The Department of Commerce stated that they were surprised Alcoa did not file earlier in the process. They must wait 30 days for any objections to be filed to those requests before they can evaluate Alcoa's application. The jury trial of a Paoli man accused of multiple counts of child molesting, which was to begin Tuesday, has now been rescheduled for November 11th. 42-year-old Benjamin Chastain is facing 3 felony counts of child molesting. Court documents say the first victim, who is now an adult, claims the first molestation incident happened when she was 11 years old at Chastain's home in Millersburg. The victim first told her mother about the molestation on December 9th of 2015. Police then learned about 2 other victims. A second woman came to the police station on December 13th of 2015 to report that she had been molested by Chastain. The second victim, now 26, was 10 when she spent the night with Chastain and his wife. She told police that Chastain's wife was pregnant and sick, so she left the room, and that is when Chastain allegedly molested her. On December 15th, a third woman reported that she was molested by Chastain. The woman is now 20 and was 5 or 6 when the incident happened. Jasper's Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center is sponsoring a Friday community health screening Friday, August 17th from 7 until 9 a.m. at the Health and Wellness Classroom at Memorial Southside Office at 1100 West 12th Avenue in Jasper. Participants must be 18 years of age or older and will have cholesterol, including total cholesterol, HDL, LDL, and triglycerides, as well as blood glucose, checked with a finger stick. Therefore, a 12-hour fast is required. However, you may want to drink water and you can take your prescribed medications. The cost is $25 and may be paid at the screening. The screening will last approximately 15 minutes and pre-registration will be required. To register for the screening, you can go online at Memorial Hospital's website at www.mhhcc.org and click on Health Screenings, which is found on the right-hand side of the webpage. Enter the company name in as Friday and enter 2017 as the password. You may also register by calling the Health and Wellness Department at 812-996-2399. A Shoals man was sentenced late last week to more than 5 years in jail after he was convicted on felony charges. On May 15th, a jury found 34-year-old Andrew Stone guilty on a level 5 felony charge of battery on a public safety officer resulting in bodily injury and a level 6 felony charge of resisting arrest with a vehicle. Stone was sentenced to 4 years in the Indiana Department of Correction on the level 5 felony and 1.5 years on the level 6 felony. The sentences will be served concurrently. Martin County Prosecutor Mike Steiner says that he hopes this sentence sends a very clear message that if someone crosses the line and attacks and injures a law enforcement officer, that they will do everything they can to ensure that significant prison time will be the end result. This case stems from a situation where a deputy with the Martin County Sheriff's Office observed Stone driving on a suspended license and violating a no-contact order, both misdemeanor charges. The deputy was unable to stop Stone immediately. Authorities began searching for Stone and eventually located him. Stone fled to his residence, and they pursued him to the home, where Stone repeatedly slammed a door into the foot and ankle of an officer, injuring him. Another deputy arrived, and Stone was then arrested. On the same day as the sentencing, a fact-finding hearing was held on a probation violation involving Stone in an unrelated case. The court found Stone guilty of violating his probation terms and ordered his suspended time of 306 days to be served in the Martin County Security Center. Indiana lawmakers are considering allowing farmers to grow industrial hemp. Members of the Interim Study Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources heard from farmers Monday. Don Zolman is the CEO of Zolman Farms, and he says that having an alternative crop for Indiana farmers is vital at a time when the farming industry can be difficult. Only researchers at institutions are currently allowed to grow the plant. The committee toured Purdue University's hemp program to learn about how the plant's fibers, stalks, and seed oil can be used in a variety of products. Purdue researchers say the plant is a different type of cannabis that does not produce a high. Jeff Cummins is with the Indiana State Department of Agriculture and says the state will need time to create regulations for hemp. That's a look at news. Stay tuned. Weather is next, followed by sports and Inform here on WJTS TV.